Morning Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez from the Ritchie Law Firm studio.
Ritchie Law Firm Injury Lawyers. Ritchie Law is on top of it. Go to ritchielaw.com.
That's ritchielaw.com.
News Talk 640 WFNC.
Good morning, Carolina. Live from the Cumulus Broadcast Center here in Fayetteville. This is News Talk 640 WFNC and 103.5 HD2. I want to welcome you to the first hour of Good Morning Fayetteville as we get it all together this Thursday morning, January 22nd. I'm Gilbert Baez, along with Kenny Hitman Mcclain. Kenny, you're on camera, man, and both of us are under the weather this morning, man.
We'll have to talk about, the pain.
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll talk about that. CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing says cloudy today. There's a chance of some showers. Matter of fact, some rain coming in here. And my thing was, is it cold enough for me to be slipping this morning? It was not. Temperature right now, 45 degrees across the board at Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and Spring Lake. And we will have the complete forecast coming your way in just a few seconds. Headline news for you at this hour. We're getting new information about this high-impact winter storm that's headed our way this weekend. It now looks like a wider area of icy conditions are going to be on the way. Authorities in Cumberland County find a loaded handgun at a Fayetteville high school. Police released new evidence in the death of 28-year-old Tavon Adams. It's the WFNC Crime Stoppers Crime of the Week. And authorities hand out 131 tickets along Interstate 295 during an operation they call Operation Speed Kills 2026. We'll have those stories and more coming your way. But first, local news from CBS 17.
Good morning. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young. North Carolina is officially in a state of emergency ahead of this weekend's winter storm. Governor Stein will hold a news conference at 11:15 this morning. We will carry it live on CBS 17. As meteorologist Rachel Dunsing has shown us all week, the models are trending more of a freezing rain ice issue for central North Carolina. Make sure you've downloaded the CBS 17 News and Weather app. You're able to stay updated with all the weather and news alerts, track real conditions on radar. It's available for free in your app store. One of the biggest concerns this weekend, power outages. Duke Energy warns ice will play a huge role in the amount of outages. Officials say it only takes 1/4 of an inch of ice on power lines and tree limbs to cause an outage. Duke Energy crews are cutting down unnecessary tree limbs to reduce the risk. Today, they'll take inventory on their trucks to ensure they have everything they need to answer any calls for help. Cumberland County deputies arrested a student after they found a loaded handgun at Pine Forest High School. That student is charged with possession of a firearm on educational property and is now in the custody of the juvenile justice system. An investigation underway this morning in Fayetteville after a driver went off the side of Boone Trail, hit a tree, and then hit a house. It happened at the intersection of Boone Trail and Roxy Avenue. We're told the driver was taken to the hospital. No word yet on why the driver went off the road in the first place. Stay updated 24/7 with the CBS 17 News app. From the CBS 17 Newsroom, I'm Bill Young.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a few showers late with a high of 62. Overnight will be mostly cloudy with a low of 42, and Friday will be mostly cloudy with a few rain showers and a high of 49. A winter storm will bring significant impacts this weekend with a wintry mix on Saturday. It will then switch to freezing rain overnight into Sunday. Make sure you stay tuned for forecast updates. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. Right now, we've got 45 degrees across the board. Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Anderson Creek. You're listening to News Talk 640. We're WFNC.
This report is sponsored by SuperSure.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
Good morning Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC.
Sunshine, baby, whenever you smile, but I call you stormy today.
It will be stormy this weekend. Kenny Hitman Mcclain on the musical selections that interpret what we're going through in our lives.
I try to help
set it up. You do a fine job.
I didn't know where to go. I've got another one queued up, ready to go if we want to go with Our Pain first, but I thought the public was more important, so I played the Stormy song.
We'll play the Stormy song, and we'll talk about our pain as we talk about the pain that's coming our way this weekend, a little bit more in depth about the storm that we're anticipating.
All righty.
All right, first of all, are you ready?
No. One of the major things I want to do for me
Yes.
is get
some
salt.
pain pills. Oh,
no. Actually, I'm going to go see my doctor today,
Okay.
and that's side two of our little morning conversation.
Okay, we're going to talk about that in a
But
second.
yes,
here.
I've got to figure out. I guess most hardware stores carry salt. I haven't bought. I used to buy salt up in West Virginia.
You can get it at Lowe's and any of the big box stores. I'm pretty sure you
That's
can
what I
find
want to
it.
get for my 20 steps.
Well, how about this? Just stay in the house and don't go down any of them.
What about Monday when we have to come to work?
Well, that's a different story. As a matter of fact, we're going to talk about that as well. You know,
Oh,
Greek
yes,
called
we
me
will.
last night. Did he talk to you?
He told me he was going to call you and say,
Yeah.
okay. And he told me, what are we going to do? And he goes, you only live about 2 miles down the road.
Right.
I know you got that big hill down by Snyder Baptist that you got to navigate.
Right.
And he said, I think you can do that slow. Thanks, Greek, for your confidence. And then it gets better, Gilbert. I said, and when you talk to Gilbert, remember, Rangers lead the way.
Oh, yeah, we do.
And so you'll be following because Greek said, oh, no, I'll be there. I'll be there because that's my job to be as program director of Rock and WFNC.
So he's going to be in here Monday?
No, he said, if you can't.
Oh, if I can't.
Yeah, and then I said, Rangers lead the way.
Oh, now hold on.
I set you up.
But you didn't set me up. Here's the thing that everybody's forgetting. Let me pull this down because I got too much headroom on that shot there.
Okay.
And now I got not enough headroom. I want to make sure. Oh, you can see some ceiling tiles. That's okay. All right, here's the thing. And I'm talking to the folks who are watching on our podcast because the radio cast is on WFNC 640, also 103.5 HD2. But we also simulcast it on a podcast that's available on my Facebook page and my YouTube page. So people get alert this morning. Waking up, hey, what? Hey, somebody's live. Yeah, we're live. We're talking about. So you can see us and hear us as well. The point is I made to the Greek because he said, you know, the station is talking about making sure we have someone in here. We can put you up in a hotel on this side of the river because Greek and I live out the same place, out of Blakefield,
Right.
out near Cape Fear High School
Okay.
in Vander. So, you know, you're going to have to negotiate getting in on some icy roads. And I just listened to him. Oh, he's finished. So, do you want to stay at the hotel? And I said, Greek, do you forget who you're talking to? Your wife and me, for the past 40 years, have been at every snow event on television. At least I have for 40 years on Channel 11 and Channel 5. Every time there has been an ice storm, a snowstorm, a flood, a hurricane, or a tornado, I have been standing in front of the camera at Old Dark 30 every time. How do you think I got there? I'm a professional. Don't try this at home. But it's what we do as professional broadcasters to keep everybody else alert and safe. We got to get out there in it. Now, I take my time. There has been only one time that I didn't make it in, and that was during, I believe it was Hurricane Florence, when the Cape Fear River was so high, it flooded all the access points for me to cross the river to get back. And I couldn't, the creeks, there was just too many water obstacles for me to get across so I could get to the station. And so what did I do? I went live from my phone. And young man, Monday, you may be in here and I may be out there broadcasting live off of the phone telling you what the heck is going on.
Okay.
That may be a possibility.
We'll play it as it comes.
Now, here's the thing. We've got a couple of guests that are scheduled to come in. I'm going to call them and probably cancel and postpone that because why would I want them to get on the road to come talk about Barbie dolls or whatever it is we're going to talk about when we've got a major snowstorm coming in? I don't want to put anybody in jeopardy.
You're talking about Monday's guest.
Monday, sure. Yeah, Monday's guest. Now, Friday, y'all make sure y'all in here. I got a promo about y'all coming there. Yeah, they'll be here. And we're going to also have Gary Crump. I've checked with the county, see if we can get Gary Crump to come in here at 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Oh, good.
And let's talk about what the county's doing. I've got a highlight of what the city's going to be doing. We're going to read that in a second. But the point is, you and I will be here some kind of way, and we will make sure the public is aware of why you not have to go. And the funny thing about it, Kenny, is that over all those years, over all the 40 years of me going out, standing in front of a camera and all that stuff, people don't listen. They're going to come out and go anyway. Now, this is the thing. There's some people who are what we call mission essential at Fort Bragg, and then there are people who are not. You know what I mean by mission essential?
You got to be there.
You and I are mission essential.
Okay.
We got to be here. So because it's our job as broadcasters to give as much information as we can about the conditions out here to make sure folks know that they're not getting blown away or whatever. Now, this is a situation that I've covered countless times. This is an ice situation, and you shouldn't drive on it. I shouldn't drive on it, but I'm going to drive on it the way I know how to drive to get to the position where we can either get behind these microphones or get somewhere to let folks know where the real bad conditions are and let you know what folks are doing. Now, with that said, and I'll read this part here, I'll get to it, but I know this by heart. I got scripts. I don't need scripts. I've done this.
Okay, roll.
The point is, once this happens and crews are out there trying to make way, you have to stay off the road so they can do their job. Now, we're not expecting a big ice storm down here. Now, meteorologists are saying this looks like, not a big snowstorm. It looks like more of an icing situation. And I was watching Channel 5 yesterday, and Mike Mays was saying that they've got great radar indicators and tools that they use. And Mike was showing the way the storm is going to progress over the hours coming through. There's a window, a dry loop here in this area that we may not get that much of anything. Now, that's fine. I always, caution and prepare for the worst. And if we I hate this cliche, dodge a bullet, and we don't get hit, then that's fine. But the bottom line is, if you're going to be heading out to go anywhere, you're going to run into some precipitation. If you're headed north, you want to watch that. It looks now like the line for snow is closer to the Virginia-North Carolina line. And it looks like snow for Virginia and ice for most of North Carolina. So, and I don't know how much we're going to get. As Bill Young said, it only takes a quarter inch of ice to cause major problems for lines to come down and power outages. And I think that's the key. So the main thing right now is, how are you preparing? Doris and I, yesterday at 5 o'clock, normally if you go to a grocery store at 5 o'clock, everybody's coming home, they're in there, it's packed. Yesterday was probably pack in anticipation. And Doris said, well, what are we going to do? We're going to sit down here and eat dinner. We sat down. 8 o'clock when we went out, there was no one in the store but us.
Aha.
Now, all the bread was gone. No, there was some bread. But we got our essential packings last night, and we were good to go. Preparation we went and got gas for the generators. Going to be firing up. Hey, neighbors, we're going to be firing up the generators today. It's going to be noisy. But you do those things in advance because the generators have been sitting around for some time. And the battery, if you have a battery start one, as opposed to I got battery ones, the battery may be dead. I may have to go to Batteries Plus. So do your preparations in getting ready for this storm now.
I don't see how I can prepare for that because
you can't have a generator.
I don't have a generator. I live in a rental. Not only that, but, I have a nice space heater that I brought from West Virginia, but you can't use that if there's no electricity. I used to, and I left it up there, I have a kerosene heater. Now, you got to be careful with those bad boys.
Yes, that's right.
However, they came in.
No, talk about why you have to be careful.
Well, for a lot of reasons, but pretty much it can blow up. But the main thing is fire. If you spill any of that, oil that you use, I believe.
It's kerosene.
Kerosene, that's right.
It's kerosene.
I used to have to go to a special kerosene store they had
You're
there.
Right.
Just like a pump.
That's right.
And you'd go and get kerosene. And so,
you need to make sure that you're putting the kerosene in, not the fuel from your gas can.
Oh, yeah. Actually, they have different colors, I think.
That's right. It should be yellow, I think,
on
for kerosene.
Cans. But, yeah, so I've experienced all that.
Well, the other thing is placement of a space heater. I don't care if it's a kerosene heater or if it's electric space heater. Mm-hmm. You don't want it near combustibles. You don't want it near your curtains. You don't want it near your couch.
No, I want it as near to me as possible.
Well, but you have to have space
right
from around it in terms of combustibles.
So I don't know if kerosene heaters are a thing here.
Yeah,
in the South. Okay.
There's places you can get kerosene.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the average Joe Blow living down the street has one.
Well, some people still have them.
Good.
And the issue, of course, I don't think there's carbon monoxide concerns with the kerosene as opposed to gas like you would use in a generator. You got to do generator outside. Can't put the generator in the garage.
No.
You don't want to put the generator even underneath a window that may be open where people are bringing stuff in.
Yeah.
All right, what do people text me?
Hopefully
I like
tips.
It. Oh, hey, this is Shake Shaft. He mentioned he's going to be, Stephen Shake Shaft's going to be in, and he says we're going to talk about those I can't say the word he used in the text, heaters when he gets in here. Yeah, I can.
I can see how that could.
He said dadgum.
That could be considered. Yeah, I guess we went off the rail there.
No, we're not off the rail.
No, he's going to correct us and make sure how to do it.
I'm glad he's coming in today.
Safely.
Look, the mayor's going to come in. We're going to talk about the city stuff. Shake Shaft is coming in. We're going to talk about. I mean, we got stuff lined up here to kind of keep people safe, and then we've got a couple of other folks that are going to be coming in. Of course, it's Thursday. We're going to give away pooch. I got some extra dog biscuits here. We're going to do that with Fabs. That's going to happen as well. So here's the thing, and we're really talking about this, and I want to stay on track and make sure we're okay. But we got about 3 minutes. You're showing up signs like nobody can see you.
3 or 4.
Everybody sees you doing like this. Can you just say the words?
3. How about this? 3.
My former colleague Mike Joyner was seeing us on the podcast. A lot of people just discovering that they can see us now, and he said, "Hey, Gilbert Baez sitting here." So, hey, Michael, if you're watching right now, stay safe. Unfortunately for Michael, he's got to go up to Raleigh every day as opposed to cover Fayetteville. He was the other one, along with Lou Gillette and I'm not Gillette. Sorry, Lou Jerry and Michael, Ed Wilson, Mike White. These are photographers. Darvin Jones, God rest his souls. These are all the people that I used to hang out with. You would see me, but you wouldn't see them, and they were in as much muck as I was. In terms of doing this. So we salute all the behind-the-scenes folks who make this happen, so you're going to be able to see the meteorologists and reporters. Now, let's talk about the city for a second. You want to go to commercials? And
let's talk about the city up right after this.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Let's go. Right now, let's check out CBS meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a few showers late with a high of 62. Overnight will be mostly cloudy with a low of 42, and Friday will be mostly cloudy with a few rain showers and a high of 49. A winter storm will bring significant impacts this weekend with a wintry mix on Saturday. It will then switch to freezing rain overnight into Sunday. Make sure you stay tuned for forecast updates. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Right now, 45 degrees. That's the number at Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Spring Lake. You're listening to News Talk 640 with WFNC.
Bringing you all the news and information that matters for 4 decades. News Talk 640 WFNC in high def at 103.5 HD2.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-626-7171. 800-626-7171. 800-626-7171.
If you have a big event coming up, whether it's a wedding, a baby shower, retirement party, or a birthday party, any kind of event, you need to call the Creative Studio by Jay Renee.
Hi, I'm Jay Renee, and I'm excited to plan your event. I don't want you to worry about picking a venue, a DJ, a caterer, or lighting. You just show up. Get glammed up, invite your guests, and we'll make it unforgettable.
If you want to wow your guests, then you want to hire Jay Renee. Visit thecreativestudiobyjay.com. That's thecreativestudiobyjae.com. Creativity lives here.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. If you're over 55 and with one of the big 3 carriers, like Verizon, you may notice they don't talk much about their 55-plus discounts. That's so customers like you keep paying their regular higher rates to boost their bottom line. You deserve better service, with 100% US-based experts, better value, with plans starting at $20, and a company that's built for people 50-plus, like me. Not convinced? Give your current carrier a call, ask about the 55-plus plan you've earned, see how long it takes to get a real person on the line, and if they try to talk you out of it. But if you want something better, call Consumer Cellular. We've got the same great coverage, and our US-based experts can get you switched in about 20 minutes. Switch now to Consumer Cellular and get your second month free for a limited time. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com for your second month free.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now at 103.5 HD2. Your information crossroads, WFNC.
Don't know why there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather.
Come on now. Come on now.
Since my man and I ain't together.
Well.
Keeps raining all of the time.
Stormy weather, man. That is classic right there, man.
Oh, man. That tears you up.
Lena Horne? Is that Lena?
That would be Etta James.
Etta James.
They
Lena
all,
Horne.
all
Well, I guess Lena Horne was in the movie. Yeah. Come on, Etta. Well, look, we got this storm coming in here. We're going to get back to that, but I just discovered in talking with you during the break that you may not make it.
Yeah, I told you.
Show.
Things might be a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah, we're both suffering some pains. I got a little chest pain that may be associated with the pneumonia stuff I had been diagnosed with. And you mistakenly took the wrong painkiller for you.
Well, all I have left after my accident, breaking my neck 3 months ago, is Tylenol. I had 2 different bottles that nursed me through my recovery. Tylenol regular, Tylenol PM.
What'd you take?
Tylenol PM.
Okay, we got problems.
It gets better. With regular Tylenol, you take 2. So I just opened the bottle. Pow.
Okay.
With PM, you're only supposed to take 1.
You already started.
So, yeah, I'm a double, dude.
Well, look, hang in there the best you can.
Well, I feel good. No, not really.
I'm going to look over there. I know I was like, giddy.
Yeah, I know. Wake up.
Wake up. Okay, well, hang in there. My pain, I got my little sore throat stuff here. We're 2 old guys on the radio, man. Bones are, hey. And with the Greek, there's 3 old guys on the radio. Between the 2 of us, like 180 years old or something.
Well, that's a lot of pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all I can say.
That's all we need. All right. Well, look, back to the lecture at hand.
Yes, sir.
We're talking about this storm and getting ready for it. The main thing is, if you're just joining us right now, what is it? 6:29?
Yes, sir.
We got people jumping on board, didn't hear my monologue leading up to this.
Oh, and it was so good.
Yeah,
well, you can always rewind it later on.
Oh, yeah, you can watch it on. You can watch it on the Podcast Pepper.
That's right.
Well, you can listen to it on Podcast Pepper. You can see it on the Facebook page. But in any event, a wider spread icy mix is what we're anticipating now. Snow will stay to the north of Virginia, and we're going to be dealing with icy roads. What we got is high pressure system. Now, this is the thing that may change something. How intense will that high pressure? I'm sounding like a meteorologist. Let's go to the map. Depending on how intense the high pressure system is, it could be intense enough to keep some of the moisture down to the south of us. So we have less moisture in the mix. We'll have cold temperatures, and so we might not get as much. If that high pressure system is not as intense and moves slightly to the north, more rain from the Gulf will come up. Man, this is really good. Somebody record this. Some more rain is going to come up from the Gulf, and so we'll have more moisture and cold air that's not going to be gone from us from the first part of the week. So all eyes are on the forecast here for the next 24 to 48 hours, and we'll get a better picture. And the forecast is shaping up as the models are coming in every day. We can get a much better picture of what's going to happen. Hence, Mike Mays with Channel 5 talking about that pocket of dryness that may be down in our particular area while they're getting clobbered up there with a little bit more ice and snow. All these things come together to bring what will be a classic winter-type storm to our area. It's going to be tracking in here. This is the recipe for a significant weather concern, and we are watching it, and we're going to be tracking it. The forecast, it's got it right here. Snow and ice, likely to begin Saturday afternoon, and then by Saturday night, you want to be safe, warm place because the roads are going to start to be treacherous to drive. That's Saturday night into Sunday. Now, meteorologists are saying this is going to be long duration storm. We could see a significant accumulations of snow to the north and ice in our area. Then Monday will bring an end to the precipitation, but we still have bitter cold that's going to be here. So any of the moisture that falls Saturday and Sunday is going to be hanging around. We can, you hope for some evaporation, but you can't get that if the rain and moisture is still falling. So we are going to have the accumulation of ice, and because the temperatures are going to be cold on Monday, we should not expect that the ice will melt quickly. So dangerous cold will remain in North Carolina through the start of this coming week. Overnight lows on Monday will be in the teens through midweek as well. So unless we get evaporation, anything that's wet on the ground will freeze up. Now, ice or snow is going to be sticking to the ground, and that's going to make for tough driving. Now, I always love this when I hear people say, crews are pre-treating the roads with brine.
Why?
No, they're not. You don't pre-treat roads.
You treat them.
You treat roads. All you reporters out there, stop it. I mean, they say, we're pre-treating the road. No. Brine is the treatment that you put down to stop ice from forming. It's not a pre-treatment. It is the treatment. There's no such thing as pre-treatment with brine. I always had this argument with our producers at Channel 5, and they didn't care. And the reporters still telling me, y'all are wrong. It's this. Am I right or wrong?
You're right.
Yeah. You don't have any choice. If not, I'll push you off the thing.
That's right.
Just leave me on the
I know when you say you're right.
Yeah. No, but
when
you think about
you're
it.
Right.
It is, you're treating the road with brine to prevent.
How could you be using your vehicles to spread the salt or brine, whatever?
Right. And that's not a pre-treatment. No, that is a treatment.
You're treating it.
You put the brine down in order to stop the accumulation of ice or let the road get slushy, I guess, so snow can get away. Now, if it rains, the brine gets washed away. What, your pre-treatment got washed away? No, your treatment of brine is gone.
Okay, feel better?
Okay, yeah. So, get off that thing here. All right, too soon to tell how much snow we're going to get and how much ice we're going to get. We'll just keep watching and see. Now, here's the thing. What was that, a map?
Yeah, I went to the map.
Hold it. Well, let me hold it.
That's the best I can do. Well, you see the top band, the middle band where we are,
right,
and the bottom band.
Right.
Those represent the three different waves that are coming in.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And then you see Fayetteville right here.
Now,
this is a map of the United States.
Was that your grandkid who made that, or you just drew that? Okay.
So I just wanted to bring you a weather map.
Thank you very much. That was very good.
Thank you.
When I say let's go to the map, I didn't mean that one.
Oh, okay.
That's right. That's good. All right, look. Now, here's the thing. You may have an app on your phone that'll tell you how much snow to anticipate and everything. Here's the problem with that. It doesn't take into consideration the human element that forecasters put in, meteorologists. Mm-hmm. So the app is just responding and it's saying, okay, we're going to get 3 to 6, 7, 12 inches of snow. Bunt. That's app. That's app talk. That's not meteorologist talk. And so I wouldn't go by the app. I'd go by the source. And that gets down to what you should be doing. You got to find yourself a trusted source of information. Of course, we're going to give you the best we can. And look, let's put the cards on the table. I don't have a Doppler radar in here. I got Doppler head. I got a Doppler sense. I got a sense of it. But it is the meteorologists who have the tools that will track the storm and give you the most and the best information. All I can do is relay that information to you, and we'll be doing that. So if you like Channel 5, if you like Channel 11, if you like Channel 17, whoever you like and you feel comfortable with and you feel it's a trusted source, make sure you have that. Now, if your power goes out, you need an emergency radio.
And I talked earlier this morning to Rachel Dunsing, our CBS 17 weather forecaster and meteorologist, and she said, boy, there's people there already in the building helping her as they prepare on how they're going to all cover this. So you can count on us, WFNC.
Yeah, you
no
can.
Doubt.
Well, you can. And you know, I'm not going to brag on Channel 5 or Channel 11, but I work with both stations. And what goes into place right now at all the stations is a team effort. And the planning and talking about this in a newsroom, television newsroom, started Monday. You know, what teams are going to be here, what crews are going to cover what area. That all started Monday, you know, in the morning meeting. And then the progression of stories that lead up to the event itself give you insight as to how we're going to cover this. This is what you can expect. This is the person you can depend on.
So the bottom line is, don't trust the app. Stay local.
Exactly.
And stay informed, because everybody local knows what's happening every single moment. It's changing.
Right. And so we've got Gary Crumpler. Gary spelled his name with 2 R's, by the way. Gary Crumpler from the county. He's the emergency management director for the county. And then Laura Smith is the emergency management coordinator for Fayetteville. And so I'm going to track them down. We're going to be in touch with them, and they'll give us up to date the things that are going to be going on. Speaking of which, let me get my one little note here from the city. Yeah, I'm forecasting in much North Carolina 95. All right, this is what the city's doing.
Okay,
they're preparing for the impact of the weather and storm hit the city. This was a release that was put out by the city yesterday. The storm is expected to have a wintry mix for snow, sleet, freezing rain. Street crews have obtained brine and will be, they said, pre-treating. I laughed when I read it. I fixed it.
Did you make an edit?
Yes, I did. The crews will be treating city roads this morning through Friday. So this morning and Friday, they're going to be putting down brine. They're going to be treating, not pre-treating. They will be treating the roads.
Okay,
I'll move on. I'm stuck on that thing. That operation is going to be done in conjunction with the North Carolina Department of Transportation, DOT. So, we got to get them on board, too. I'm going to get their number so we can see what's going on across the state. Sand and salt shakers, they're ready to go, to put that down over on the bridges, not bridges and overpass, not an overpass. An overpass is a bridge. Just one thing. It is a bridge. Don't pre-treat, you treat. Okay. Crews are going to be on standby throughout the storm to make sure that the roads are kept safe. But they want you to stay off them so that they can do the work they need to do.
So do you think the pre-treating has already started? You just went into convulsions. Pre-treat.
Kenny.
Okay, no. But no, it'll be starting. And
yeah,
so we're
probably out
the
there
city
now.
is preparing, yeah.
Yeah, they're putting down. Well, but the thing is, we got a little rain. Rain's going to wash away the brine.
Good point.
So anyway, they'll figure it out. They're scientists. They know what to do. All right. When it begins, residents are encouraged to stay off the roads. Duh. If possible, to be extra cautious as you do have to get out there. All of us essential people, you're going to have to go do it. Drivers should reduce their speed, drive the posted speed limits. I got a story here. We're going to read about that. 131 tickets given out in 295 last week. And some of the vehicles were going 80. All the tickets that were given out, all the drivers were going 80 miles an hour or more in the 65-mile-an-hour zone. 131 tickets. Okay, for speed. But there's a whole different story.
Well, I don't think they're going to be doing if they speed this weekend or Monday. Good luck.
Weekend, yeah. Well, that was called Operation Know Your Limit or Drive Speed, whatever some it was. Kill. I got a story on that, but I'm tied up with pre-treating the roads.
You said pre-treat.
I know. I said it on purpose. In any event, many vehicles lose traction, especially at high speeds, resulting in serious accidents. Vehicles goes back to my point here. I don't care if you got 4 wheels, 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. You will spin on ice just like anybody with 2 wheels. Don't think that you're safe. I got a 4-wheel drive Jeep, and that's going to be it. All right. Lastly, if you're driving through and you want to get information from Fayetteville residents, you can go to fayetteville.nc.gov/readyfayetteville. You get service and prep operation updates and tips. All right, man, I've been driving. We could talk about this for the next 3 hours easily because it's a big deal.
Yes, it is. They say it could be one of the biggest events in years.
Yeah, it ain't going to be all that.
Well, I know.
Hey, kid, you put this back. But it's going to be what it is. And you know what'll happen? We'll get a couple of drops of rain. Everybody wonder why. But
did you hear those guys on the radio last Friday?
About pre-treating the road and everything. Where's it? We don't have anything. Look, better be safe than sorry is the main thing. All right, enough of all that. We got CBS 17 local news.
Good morning. From the CBS 17 newsroom, I'm Bill Young. North Carolina is officially in a state of emergency ahead of this weekend's winter storm. Governor Stein will hold a news conference at 11:15 this morning. We will carry it live on CBS 17. As meteorologist Rachel Dunsing has shown us all week, the models are trending more of a freezing rain ice issue for central North Carolina. Make sure you've downloaded the CBS 17 News and Weather app. You're able to stay updated with all the weather and news alerts, track real conditions on radar. It's available for free in your app store. One of the biggest concerns this weekend, power outages. Duke Energy warns ice will play a huge role in the amount of outages. Officials say it only takes a quarter of an inch of ice on power lines and tree limbs to cause an outage. Duke Energy crews are cutting down unnecessary tree limbs to reduce the risk. Today, they'll take inventory on their trucks to ensure they have everything they need to answer any calls for help. Cumberland County deputies arrested a student after they found a loaded handgun at Pine Forest High School. That student is charged with possession of a firearm on educational property and is now in the custody of the juvenile justice system. An investigation underway this morning in Fayetteville after a driver went off the side of Boone Trail, hit a tree, and then hit a house. It happened at the intersection of Boone Trail and Roxy Avenue. We're told the driver was taken to the hospital. No word yet on why the driver went off the road in the first place. Stay updated 24/7 with the CBS 17 News app. From the CBS 17 Newsroom, I'm Bill Young.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a few showers late with a high of 62. Overnight will be mostly cloudy with a low of 42, and Friday will be mostly cloudy with a few rain showers and a high of 49. A winter storm will bring significant impacts this weekend with a wintry mix on Saturday. It will then switch to freezing rain overnight into Sunday. Make sure you stay tuned for forecast updates. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you. Still 45 degrees in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and also in Pembroke. You're listening to News Talk 640. We're WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Super Sure.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
Cumberland County's hometown news and information source. News Talk 640 WFNC in high def at 103.5 HD2.
One unmistakable voice, one night only, an evening with Amy Grant, live in concert. Multiple Grammy and Dove Award winner, Amy Grant, live in concert. A night that will get your feet moving and your heart beating. Tickets are on sale now.
At the Crown Theater, February 20th. Get your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
Grab your friends and make plans now for the night you'll be talking about all year. Amy Grant in concert.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. If you're over 55 and with one of the big three carriers, like Verizon, you may notice they don't talk much about their 55-plus discounts. That's so customers like you keep paying their regular higher rates to boost their bottom line. You deserve better service. With 100% US-based experts, better value, with plans starting at $20, and a company that's built for people 50 plus, like me. Not convinced? Give your current carrier a call, ask about the 55 plus plan you've earned, see how long it takes to get a real person on the line, and if they try to talk you out of it. But if you want something better, call Consumer Cellular. We've got the same great coverage, and our US-based experts can get you switched in about 20 minutes. Switch now to Consumer Cellular and get your second month free for a limited time. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com for your second month free.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
It's the new year, and Mr. Big Volume at Fayetteville Kia is helping you save big on a new Kia during our New Year, New Ride sales event. Huge selection? You bet. Special low financing? Absolutely. Fayetteville Kia? Yes. Right now, buy a new 2025 Kia K4 LX for just $324 a month with zero due at signing, or a brand new 2026 Kia Seltos S for just $339 a month with zero due at signing. The New Year, New Ride sales event, only at Fayetteville Kia on the big corner of Skybo and Cliffdale Road. Shop anytime at FayettevilleKia.com. 2025 K4 LX, 84 a month with 7% APR through Kia Finance America with zero due at signing, $15.30 per 1,000 borrowed. 2026 Seltos S, 84 a month with 6.5% APR through Kia Finance America with zero due at signing, $14.85 per 1,000 borrowed for well-qualified buyers. Subject to vehicle availability. See dealer for details. Offers expire 2/2/26.
The CJ Pearson Show.
I'm CJ Pearson, and I'm the host of The CJ Pearson Show. Every week, we'll take on the biggest cultural, political, and moral battles in America head on.
From a perspective you won't hear on mainstream media.
No spin, no filters, and no apologies.
Straight talk and fearless, real perspective.
Family, faith, country, bold truth, real conviction, zero permission. This is The CJ Pearson Show.
The CJ Pearson Show. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2.
Hit it! News Talk 640 WFNC. Gilbert Baez along with Kenny Hitman Mcclain playing all the hits. Hey, I wanted to share this story with you because I started talking about it and I want to make sure people know about it. This is called Operation Speed Kills 2026. Law enforcement agencies joining an effort across the area here. Growing concerns about careless and reckless driving along Interstate 295. They issued continues to make sure motorists are safe and not at risk. Last week, we had several law enforcement agencies, including the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, Fayetteville Police, and Military Police at Fort Bragg. They took part in what they're calling Operation Speed Kills 2026. Know the limit. Now, as a result of the 6.5-hour joint initiative, there was just 6.5 hours. 131 citations were issued, including 120 speeding violations. Get this. All of those tickets that were given to motorists were for those driving 80 miles an hour or more in the 65-mile-an-hour speed zone. 120 speeding tickets in 6.5 hours. There were a number of other violations. Safe moving violations, careless and reckless driving, no operator's license, driving with revoked license, driving with no insurance. There's one person arrested for driving under the influence, and one person was arrested for felony flee to elude. I guess they saw this. Oh, heck, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping for the coppers. So they got arrested. The I-95 corridor is a heavily traveled route used daily by commuters, commercial vehicles, families. Recent incidents of traffic complaints and highlighted the need for increased enforcement of the public's awareness to prevent serious crashes and to save lives. So that was 6.5 hours. I guess, as they used to say in the military, it would behoove you.
I tried to do math just fast. I think they pulled over a speeder every 1.8 minutes.
Wow.
If my math is
right.
Well,
no, listen, we can go to the map on that. I'll check with my daughter, Angela. She's a math wizard. But in any event, that's out there. Make sure you keep it in mind as you drive around. They are patrolling that area. But just drive safe wherever you are. Slow it down. Remember the guy they got speeding through a school zone, going 89 miles an hour in a school zone, which was 25 miles an hour?
That was just a couple of weeks ago.
That was a couple of weeks ago. So in any event, watch yourself out there. Be safe. All right, look, we got our 640 replay that's coming up here at 650. We're behind. That's okay. But I had a chance to talk with Kirk Deviere. He's the chairman of the Cumberland County Board of Commissioners. And we were talking about the weekend storm and wanted to know if any shelters are going to be open.
If we move to a state of emergency, then we can kind of activate those things. The Red Cross is really in a disaster. But remember, our rec centers and things like that are open, not as an overnight, but they're open for warming centers right now. Call a state of emergency, then we can kind of activate some of those things to create additional shelters or capacity. But right now, our emergency management team does a great job working with the partners across the county and across the state, we've got kind of a web emergency operating center where they're operating and creating updates and keeping the partners updated as things change, as weather changes, as you know, that it changes pretty rapidly. And 1 minute we're getting snow and the next minute we're getting ice.
Well,
or nothing.
To that point, when the word goes out that the shelters are open, people can't wait till the last minute to decide that they're going to go because it's unfortunate that you decide to wait out the storm. The next thing you know, bam, power's out. And now the storm is really going, and it's hard to get to a safe place where there's generator or one of the shelters that there's some heat and lights and a few bits of comfort as you weather the storm. So if the word goes out that the shelter is open, you might want to consider what's the likelihood of us losing power. What did we do last time when the storm came through? Did we lose power? Are we in one of these areas that's floods prone or whatever it might be? And make a decision to make a move while you're able to move, because even our first responders have to do the best they can, but they can only move depending on what the conditions are.
Winter weather tends to be a little bit different than natural disasters, but the activity of our public safety teams across here, our first responders, as well as our emergency management team, a lot of those procedures are the same. And I can hear my fire chiefs in the back of my head saying, hey, remember that, space heaters and those types of things that you're plugging in the house, be careful with those. You got those space heaters or kerosene heaters in the house, make sure you got carbon monoxide detectors and those kind of things. So in this environment, be safe. But more importantly, Gilbert, check on your neighbor. You got an elderly neighbor, you got somebody else, or maybe it's a military member that may be deployed. Check on their families, check on your neighbors. This is, how we can look out for each other during this time.
All right, what else you got there that we need to talk about here?
So just one other update. You're going to begin to hear our board talk a little about water districts. And so we had a public hearing last night around water districts. We're going to create an East Central Water and a Cedar Creek water district. We're going to, based on some feedback we got last night, we're going to do some public hearings, we're going to do some town halls in those communities to kind of educate what the district is. But really, I just want to make sure people understand it. This is a way to organize and plan so we can look at area by area and determine what it is. What it doesn't mean is there's not bills coming, there's not an assessment, no one's making you connect to anything, there's no construction starting, there's no new taxes. This is really a planning step, not a spending step. This just allows us to begin to plan how we're going to put water, and more importantly, allow us to look to the feds and other funding mechanisms to bring those dollars back in from a planning standpoint, allow us to look at how we're going to shape those districts. This is just a planning step. It's not a spending step.
But you and I have talked on occasion about the growth of Godwin and some of the outlying areas and the need to make sure we can extend water to those areas.
That's right.
And for growth of the not only for the community, but also in terms of bringing jobs here and making sure that Cumberland County is a place that the employers want to come.
That's right. But one of the first steps in this is as you look at the county as a whole, every section is a little bit differently. So it's all broken up into districts. We already have some existing districts when you look at Norcrest and Grays Creek and some of these others. All we're doing is this is a planning step to be able to, segment the county into these smaller districts so that we can look at planning, we can look at funding opportunities from the federal level, look at what the next steps we're going to do. Again, this is a planning step, not a spending step, but we're going to get out in the community and have these conversations to make sure people understand what these steps are and where we're going, because it's going to provide them, long-term, this water and sewer clean, safe drinking water that we need across our community.
Well, you need it because you have the forever chemicals, it seems like, from Comores. It's spreading throughout a number of different communities, and you're seeing it in the water with more wells being contaminated. To which, how are we doing with the battle with Fuquay overtaking water out of Cape Fear?
Well, people.
Is that a done deal?
No, I don't think it's a done deal by any means. We continue it on multiple fronts. Again, my hat's off to the Public Works Commission and Tim Bryan and his team over there. They are really kind of taking the bull by the horn, so to speak, and leading the charge on this. But want to remind people, Joe Public can submit comments. They can go to the DEQ website and submit websites. So the Department of Environmental Quality at the state level, you can submit comments all the way through middle of April, I believe.
All right. Hey, it's always good to talk with Kirk Deviere. We talked a little bit about the emergency stuff. We're going to try to get Gary Krempler here tomorrow to talk very specifically about what the county's doing in preparation of the storm. All right. Hey, you're listening to News Talk 640 with WFNC. Rachel Dunsing.
Today will be mostly cloudy with a few showers late with a high of 62. Overnight will be mostly cloudy with a low of 42, and Friday will be mostly cloudy with a few rain showers and a high of 49. A winter storm will bring significant impacts this weekend with a wintry mix on Saturday. It will then switch to freezing rain overnight into Sunday. Make sure you stay tuned for forecast updates. That's your Fayetteville forecast. I'm CBS 17 meteorologist Rachel Dunsing.
All right, Rachel, thank you so much. Still temperature holding steady at 45 degrees. Fayetteville, Hope Mills, and also in Grays Creek. You're listening to News Talk 640 WFNC.
This report is sponsored by Super Sure.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon.
Fayetteville's local news source. News Talk 640 WFNC. Now in high def at 103.5 HD2.
A Better Life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
You know, as parents, we spend a lot of time trying to tap into our kids' feelings and probably hardly any time pausing to reflect on our own. I recently came across a book called Parents Have Feelings Too. And while, yes, that's obvious, it's also something that most of us dads and moms are not very in tune with. The authors of this book say, no surprise, anger is the emotion that gets people in trouble because it has the capacity to be destructive. So we bury it. First, we need to accept that feeling anger is not a conscious decision. What we do with that anger, however, is very much in our control. You can use it for good. On the opposite end of the spectrum, the authors encourage tuning more into joy. If we can't feel it for ourselves, they say, it's really hard to feel it for our kids. So try to spend the majority of your time then dwelling on the positive. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
The American Red Cross is facing a severe blood shortage. Donors are needed now to make sure patients across the country receive life-saving care. There's no time to wait. Make an appointment today to give blood by using the Blood Donor app, visiting redcrossblood.org, or calling 1-800-RED-CROSS to schedule your donation.
Attention Lumberton, this is a used car liquidation event notice. 1 week only. One exclusive lot host location, Lumberton Honda. Prices are cut, inventory is overloaded, and vehicles are being liquidated on site for 1 week only. Hundreds of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs are marked to move. Imports, domestics, late model Hondas, certified rides, gas savers, family haulers. If it has 4 wheels and it's on the lot, it is priced to go. Bad credit, no credit. Our lenders are locked in and ready today. Bring that trade in, push it, pull it, tow it. We want it, and we'll give you top dollar for it. Hundreds of cars liquidated on site. Insane savings. 1 week, one shot. The New Year used car liquidation coming to only one location, Lumberton Honda, exit 22 off I-95. Doors open early. Deals end Sunday. Offer with approved credit. Trade value must be determined with visual inspection. See dealer for complete details. Expires 1/31/26.
Hello?
Hi, it's Jeff at Big Bank. Did you want to talk about your retirement plan?
Nah, not anymore. I got the real deal from CoachPeteAcademy.com.
Excuse me?
Coach Pete D'Arruda, America's Wealth and Income Coach. He gave me a bunch of free classes and tips, and basically, I don't even need Big Bank anymore. I got lifetime income now.
Seriously?
Yeah, and it was all free. He even gave me a free book.
Free? Oh, wow. What was the name of that website again?
Free retirement planning for the people. Available now at CoachPeteAcademy.com.
Good morning, Fayetteville with Gilbert Baez on WFNC News Talk 640 AM and now on 103.5 HD2 WFNC.
I'm coughing on the air, man. That's not good. You know why it's not good? Because I got a cough button. I could have easily done like this. But no, I did like this.
Don't beat yourself up, buddy.
Man, I pushed the wrong button.
I do it all the time.
That's okay. Hey, look, got through the first hour here. We're going to be coming up top of the hour with some national news. We've got the mayor coming up next hour. Captain Stephen Shakeshaft with the Fayetteville Fire Department is going to be in here to talk about those daggone space heaters. Want to keep you safe. Right now, you're listening to News Talk 640. We are WFNC.
Serving Fayetteville, Fort Bragg, and the entire Cape Fear region. This is News Talk